best budget phone out this year.
CMF Phone 2 Pro. Search now on Flipkart.
Asia's fiercest rivals are set to renew battle. And no, we are not building up to Sunday just yet, because before that, on Saturday, it is Bangladesh against Sri Lanka, the big ticket cricket contest in the subcontinent over the past decade. Bangladesh have a win under their belt against Hong Kong. For Sri Lanka, who won it the last time it was a T20 competition, there is no easy entry into this competition, where they are in the group of death alongside Afghanistan as well. Build up to match number 5 on CMF by Nothing presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout in the company of Wasim Jaffer. Wasim, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Yash.
Somehow this rivalry has become that sensational rivalry of Asia in the last 7-8 years. It is a contest that can be high on snakes, but this time it is high on stakes as well.
Yeah, I think it's a very important game. Literally, I feel it will be like a knockout game. If Bangladesh manage to win this, it puts them literally through to the next phase. Sri Lanka playing their first game, they'll be little unfamiliar to the conditions. They are coming straight from Zimbabwe. Bangladesh having played one game, I think they'll be happy. But yeah, they've got a big rivalry going on, so it's going to be an interesting game.
Since you say that, is there more pressure on Sri Lanka to rock up straight for what is, like you're saying, could well be an effective knockout, playing your first game of the tournament?
I think so. It does put a little bit of pressure on you, especially with how the weather's playing. It's such a hot conditions. You don't know what you're going to get, wicket-wise, conditions-wise. Bangladesh, having played that first game, they chased down a decent score. The bowlers got used to the condition. Their batters had a bit of outing. So I think Bangladesh will be in a comfortable position. They'll be acclimatized to the conditions, whereas Sri Lanka just coming in and playing such an important game where every other team has got a look in to the tournament.
Yeah, and Bangladesh do have the recent wood over Sri Lanka, they would say. They won a bilateral series in Sri Lanka in July, and at last year's World Cup, in a similarly high-stakes group stage clash, they were victorious. Are Bangladesh favourites, Wasim?
I would say so at this stage. They've got a different looking team, new captain. The fast bowlers have bowled well. They've got spinners haven't done a bad job. Different feel to this Bangladesh side, and also like what I have spoken before. Having played there, played one game, and the players have got used to the conditions a little bit. I would say Bangladesh have a slightly edge compared to Sri Lanka.
All right, let's look at the challenge that stands in front of Sri Lanka. As Wasim points out, as recently as Sunday, they were finishing off a series in Zimbabwe, one where they did lose one game, where they were bundled out for 80. Their major concern coming in is the fitness of Wanindu Hasaranga, who's returning from a hamstring injury. Hasaranga's presence and just whether he plays this crunch game is a huge factor, especially seeing the sluggishness of Abu Dhabi that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I think so. I think because the pitch is also offering a little bit of spin, and we have seen teams going spin heavy. So Hasaranga's role becomes such an important one. His 4 overs are as good as gold, and then obviously him coming in and batting lower down the order is a capable batter. A senior guy. I think his presence will make a lot of difference.
Yeah. Now, Hasaranga aside, there's a lot of quality spin in the Sri Lankan side. There's Mahesh Theekshana, there's Kamindu Mendes with both his arms, and if Hasaranga weren't fit, you do have the option of a Dunit Velalage. To that, you add Chamira, who's their pace leader. This is a quietly solid bowling lineup.
They are. I mean, they've always had concern with the fast bowlers, fitness wise, injury wise, but hopefully they'll be available, all fit. With Hasaranga also being there, they have a potent bowling attack, and their batting also looks very solid. So they are like a dark horse coming into this Asia Cup, and don't forget they've been the champions, like you said, in 2023 with T20 format. So they have happy memories playing here.
Yeah, somehow, whatever version of Sri Lanka, however much they might be dwindling overall in international cricket, they really rock up at the Asia Cup. Winners of the T20 edition in 2022, runners-up last time around in the ODI format in 2023. They made 12 Asia Cup finals, so no one in this competition will take them lightly. As far as Bangladesh are concerned, their first game, while they got the job done against Hong Kong, it didn't come without the questions, and in particular to the man who was at the crease at the end of the chase, Tauhid Hridoy. A slow 35. He has also been out of form coming into the tournament. Do you see a change in tempo from him, or is this actually his designated role in a lineup where he's flanked by much more attacking batters?
I think he can play the dual role. Having known him a little bit, he can be a good striker of the ball. But given a role, I think he can play the way he played last game also. So I think he can play both the roles. I think more than anything, you would have liked him to have taken a little bit of aggressive route in the last game and finished the game off early. But I think he'll be happy that at least he spent a bit of time at the crease with the captain, got a big partnership after the openers got out. So I feel, he'll be more than happy that he got a little bit of time in the middle.
The other bit that had us curious from that first glimpse at Bangladesh was their death overs deployment. Tanzim Hassan Saqib and Mustafizur Rahman, who usually bowl the death overs, were both bowled out by the 18th, which meant Rashad Hossain bowled number 19 and Tashkin Ahmed bowled the 20th. Was that just a case of them trying something different in what was, no disrespect, a slightly easier game? And do you expect them to go back to usual service now?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they don't go with the same template that they played last game. You'll always want Mustafiz to bowl in the death and Tanzim to bowl 1 over. You don't want spinner to bowl the 19th over. It can go either way. But it's going to be interesting to see how Liton Das operates in such an important game. I'm sure he was trying few things and see if those guys can do this kind of role. But I think he'll be back to normal usage of the bowlers in the crunch game.
All right, you have been smashing it with your predictions. So Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, who are you backing?
Well, I think I'm going to back Sri Lanka. Even though Bangladesh have a little bit of edge, having played one game used to the conditions, but I still feel Sri Lanka, with probably Hasaranga back, I think they've got a slight edge.
All right, Wasim, Jaffer in favour of Sri Lanka, which would be quite a blow to Bangladesh. Whoever does lose this has to play Afghanistan later and then perhaps rely on hope and net run rate. Wasim, thank you so much for setting up this game for us. That does it. Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka. It has been feisty, it has been fiery in recent years. What will come through this chapter?
Best budget thrown out this year.
CMF Phone 2 Pro. Search now on Flipkart.